pitch it outside. Justin Davis turns a corner, squares his shoulders, touch.
First of all, the energy in here is amazing. Am I supposed to do
Question
something?
on the right. Question on the right.
Here at Twitter, our mission is to provide users the opportunity to create and share information and ideas instantly without any barriers.
Through the 140 short and simple characters of tweet, Twitter manages to be people's most immediate source of communication with the world. Twitter connects its users with whatever interests them, whether that's sports, news, entertainment, or finding out what their friends are doing. Twitter has it all. It is also the only site that can give an overview of the most specific and current information its users want, whenever they want.
Located in San Francisco, our headquarters is the perfect place to run our business. In 2014, tech companies were exempt from $34 million in taxes due to a program commonly known as the Twitter tax break. Because the city is so compact, San Francisco is one of the easiest cities to traverse with plenty of transportation options, including cable cars, public transportation, and ride sharing. Since 2012, San Francisco's unemployment rates have steadily declined. In September of 2015, the United States unemployment rate was over 5%, while San Francisco's was under 4%. Universities like Stanford and UC Berkeley, which have notable engineering, computer science, and business programs, are in a small proximity of San Francisco's city limits, providing easy access to Twitter's next generation of employees. Around 85% of our revenue comes from advertising. Due to San Francisco's large population of people and businesses, San Francisco can provide access to consumers looking to purchase advertisements on Twitter. I recommend that we stay in San Francisco because of its strong economy, great tax incentives, access to bright young minds and consumers, and its great public transportation.
Twitter is a free social networking site that millions of people use daily. Rather than charging their customers to use their platform, Twitter has enabled an advertising opportunity that allows brands to market themselves. Through this, Twitter is able to make a profit while also earning free promotion. Out of the millions of people that use Twitter with all different backgrounds, their primary demographic tends to be urban and suburban, tech-savvy, 18 to 29-year-olds with an average income of over $50,000 per year. Unfortunately, Twitter is reaching maturity in its product lifecycle. Although their profits continue to increase as they add more advertising, the worldwide new user growth rate is decreasing, which indicates that the sales are leveling off. Because of this, we would recommend that Twitter try to expand their user base. Primarily, to reach the younger generation, who will become the future of Twitter, we would place ads on YouTube. Another recommendation would be for Twitter to add live streaming for events in specific locations so that users would be more motivated to open the Twitter app rather than any other social media site.
As a social media platform, Twitter first needed to solidify its image before it could produce significant revenue from ads, resulting in a negative net profit as well as return on assets and return on equity. Yet, since 2013, the company has doubled its revenue each year, resulting in a significantly higher profit, bringing it much closer towards the industry average. Moving on to liquidity, the current ratio shows that the company can cover its short-term debts 10 times over, significantly above the industry average, also suggesting that the company has idle cash, contributing to the under-average asset turnover ratio. The company can bring both profit margin and current ratio towards the industry average by increasing its marketing budget, expanding its platform by utilizing its idle assets to increase the values of the ads it sells. This would result in an increase in return on assets, return on equity, and asset turnover ratio. Lastly, the company is underperforming in receivables turnover and can reduce turnover time by incentivizing customers with an increased sales discount.
After a few years, we are now able to give back to the area that gave us so much assistance from the start. As Twitter, we support women in technology, universal digital access rights, have emergency response capabilities, and support internet safety. In fact, in May, we opened up our first Neighbor Nest. It's a learning resource center in a low-income area of San Francisco that gives the opportunity for at-risk youth to come and use our digital tools. In the future, I'd love to see Twitter continue to support the local youth so that they can, in the future, be our workforce.
The internet industry is growing at an exponential rate. In 2000, 400,000 people used the internet. But now, in 2015, 3.2 billion people use the internet. The technology-dependent children, also known as Generation Z, are the future to this industry and will create tremendous growth within the next upcoming years. Trends, such as brand importance, as companies become more digital, will increase competition in marketing and advertising.